looks like you marked it sold. I'm like, cool. Well, thanks for fucking telling me.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, allegedly, like the scalpers are freaking out because Home Depot said they're going to do like a huge drop after Christmas. And so like that's why all the prices are coming down on them online.
But didn't they just release the Chewbacca also?
Well, so we got for this year you got R2, Chewbacca, a stormtrooper, and Darth Vader.
Yep.
Oh, sounds horrible.
Yeah. Vader's like almost 7 feet, I think. Chewbacca's 7.5 feet, and the stormtrooper is just under 6.
Yeah, I just want the droid.
I feel like Chewbacca should be bigger. You just want the scream.
Yes, that's
People
all
are-
I want it for.
People
You
are
don't care about the
speculating
droid
that
itself, you
next
just
year
want
we're going to
the
get
scream.
C-3PO.
I saw an image for it, so I think it's going to happen.
Well, there's a lot of fan-made images online, so I don't know if that's what you saw, but
That's
there are a
pretty
lot of
good.
fans saying, here's what it could look like. Personally, I don't want a C-3PO, and I don't think my wife would want that either. I think if they do a BB-8 like this, though, I think that's going to be one that she wants.
Anything that's a droid or astromech, or excuse me, anything that's an astromech would be funny.
Yeah.
All right, are we live?
Hey, Jen,
Oh man.
if C-3PO
All right.
comes
Well,
out,
we are
like the
technically
R2, you
live.
don't want
I
it,
don't
right?
think anybody's in the chat
but
yet.
if BB-8 does, you want that one.
Oh, you got all the little links at the top now.
How do you have? Yeah, man, I'm getting fancy, brother. Figuring things out.
Evidently.
They don't actually do anything just so people can see it. They can't like click on it. I haven't figured that out yet.
What are we talking about?
All right, well, welcome to Collector's Hideout. We're about a minute. Your mom, that's what he's talking about. We're about a minute
about my
in.
mom? Damn.
But, this is the podcast. Yes, your mom. Exactly. The woman that sadly gave birth to you. So
Jesus, dude.
It was the best
this is
day of
a
your life,
podcast
you
where-
son of a beach.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's continue with that idea. And while there we go. So he's muted. Welcome to Collector's Hideout, the podcast where we get together once a week, well, twice a week if you count drinks and toys. We talk shit about things, get away from the real world, and invite everybody to join us and chat and get away from their shit as well. Tonight I've got Mr. Psycho, you figure out how to unmute yourself? Good. So we got Toady. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm a spectator all day long. This is great.
And Psycho, how you doing, man?
Blow it out your ass.
Okay, it's gonna be one of those nights. So let's see you fix that one. And
Oh my god.
I just threw him backstage for a second. So yeah, didn't really have a plan for tonight because I've been busy as shit at work, and I just really haven't had time to think and put together anything. So figured we just do a kind of a wild card and whatever people want to talk about, man. Anything in the movies, comics, world of fun. Let's go.
So, I mean, I will say, yesterday I was able to get something that I probably should not have gotten, but I got it anyway.
Okay.
If you've
awesome.
heard of the company Analog,
Nope.
the company Analog that makes retro consoles, but for present machines.
Okay. Like emulators, basically.
Anyhow. No, they are not emulators. That's the thing. It does not emulate. It actually reads directly from the cartridge. So it's kind of like, making a new machine from, backwards, right? Like breaking it down and figuring it out. But these machines that Analog makes, they've done now an NES, an SNES, a Master System, a Genesis. Then they did one that will play all of the TurboGrafx and similar systems, like the PC Engine stuff. And they just came out with one in October for the N64.
Oh.
And the N64, one, they announced a couple of days ago that they were going to do the Funtastic colors that Nintendo did, where they had like the jungle green and the yellow and the orange and everything else. And one of those was the Legend of Zelda Edition Gold console. Well, they decided to do a gold console, and I have, yeah, exactly, the Analog 64, and I have the actual Legend of Zelda N64 and 4 gold N64 controllers.
Already had a stroke.
The problem is that trying to hook up your N64 or any of the old consoles to your HD TV is just an absolute nightmare. You have to have these special switches. They have to be powered. And then even when you do that, it stretches the image across the screen. It doesn't react to the controllers properly because everything is just messed up and distorted. You can play, but it's a really crappy experience. And so companies like Analog are the ones that are trying to fix that, right? Like, hey, we're going to build this 4K televisions that'll play these old games. Anyhow, they released the Fantastic Colors yesterday, and I was able to grab one of the gold ones before it sold out. They're only doing one run of the colors, and so I was able to actually get one.
So, do you have to buy one of their TVs also to actually be able to use it?
No. You use it on any HD 4K TV, anything.
So if you buy their TV, then you can use all the original systems, though?
No, they don't make
What's the
TVs.
purpose
They
of the
only make
TV?
they only make consoles. It's because if you play your old consoles on new TVs, they
No.
don't work.
You don't have to reiterate that. I get that part, but you said amongst your information that they make TVs.
No, they make consoles for new TVs. My stream was cutting out. It was
So-
all
Is it basically like, okay, just perspective, right?
yeah.
So you take an original Nintendo. This company is making an original Nintendo with the ability to be compatible with newer TVs.
So I wish I could share my screen, but apparently
Yes.
I can't do that.
Well, but
Can I?
isn't that what it is? And then you can use your retro game cartridges in this system that'll allow you to play it on a newer TV.
Yes.
I mean, that's
On
what
the
it
4
sounds
on
like.
all the newer 4K TVs and everything. Yes. That's
Okay, can you guys see
Oh
this?
my god. He just answered the goddamn question. Yes. Jesus.
It looks like the answer is yes.
So
the answer
it's
is yes. He can't just say yes.
because it's not exactly yes, right? Like, so here's what it looks like. It looks like an N64, but it is a completely new console. It just plays N64 games,
Right.
right?
So, like Tony said, they're making the new classic consoles to work on new TVs. Yes.
$300. Jesus Christ, on a cracker.
yeah.
I mean,
So anyhow,
others people were doing that already though. But hey,
So are you gonna? Is it just a console, or does it come with controllers?
it's just a console. But your N64 controllers plug into it. You can use those.
But
They also have all these upgrade kits, so you could actually like open up your N64 controller, replace the joystick in it with a Hall effect joystick that can't have stick drift, and then actually take the board out. And they've made a new board so that your controller could be wireless and recharges. It's got a battery in it, so you can
Good
recharge it, so you don't have to use
but
the
like
wires.
I was still living in South Florida. It was years before I moved. I bought a small Sega that played all the cartridge games. You put the cartridge games in it, it played on the normal TVs.
Yes, but this
So-
is it's not the same. So
It sounds the same.
when you bought that Sega that you're talking about, it ran on emulation. You put the cartridges in it, but then it emulated part of the games. This is 100% off the cartridge gaming. Just like, so there's no lag input, there's nothing like that. It doesn't mess up the screen. Like, it's interesting.
No, I'll give you. It's interesting. I'll believe your word on that. Like I said, the Sega ones, like you had to have the cartridge game to play in. It wasn't like an emulator where it had like 500 games on one thing.
So what year are you talking about? Because I think I know what you're talking about with those things, but I know that even those had trouble if you try to put them on a 4K TV.
I couldn't tell you. I don't fucking have 4K TV money. I fucking removed from a library. What the fuck you think is going on here?
How does this don't understand this.
What are you looking at?
4K TV.
Well, I'm on the website and I'm trying to like make heads or tails of what I assume is their Nintendo system.
Yeah, so their Nintendo system is called the I think it's like the NT or something like that.
NT
What's going on,
Mini.
Joe?
Yes, but they're never releasing that again.
Thanks to Joe driving.
Oh,
So the NT, they did like 4 runs of it, and each run they changed slightly, and they're never going back to it. Obviously when you look that up, it tells you that they've done the last run and they're not doing anymore.
it's
But
crazy. All the shit sold out.
yeah, the Super NT, that one might come back because if you go to it, like if you click into the NT, it'll tell you that was the final edition of the analog NT product line, and they're not doing it anymore. But if you go into the Super NT one, it doesn't say that. It just says say that it's sold out. Right? Like it doesn't say that it was the final run or anything
Yeah,
else.
So this, so this is the only thing I could see being, I say only being worth it, but so the Play Pocket, right? It's essentially call it what it is. It's a Game Boy shell, but
Are you talking about from Analog, the Pocket?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
What he said?
It allows you to add either the Game Gear, the Neo Geo Pocket,
Yeah.
Atari Lynx, which I totally forgot about that fucking thing, and then a TurboGrafx 16. So you get all of the greatest handhelds, and you just put their adapter in the back of this thing, and now you can play Game Gear and whatever other games, and not have to have 15 other systems in your hand.
So it out of the box, it will play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. Then the Game Gear thing, the Game Gear adapter is its own thing, but then all the rest of them that you mentioned are all in one. Right? Like you have to buy that all together, and it gives you all of that in one. I actually have the Analog Pocket.
How much was that thing? $300?
To be honest, I don't know. My wife bought it for me a couple of years ago, and she bought it for pre-order, and it took almost 2 years to get because they hadn't finished actually building them.
They're all
And then
sold
we
out.
moved, so I've never actually opened it, but I do have it.
So you can have a box with sand in it. You wouldn't know. That's hilarious.
I mean, I guess.
It's like Tony's whole collection. It's okay.
Well, part of it was because it came in right before we moved, and we were packing everything up, and then it got packed away, and I found it recently, but I didn't have any of my games, but now I found my games, so
nice.
I can actually, use it. I just have to find
These
my
are-
Game Gear games.
I mean, it definitely sounds interesting. I'm not a fan of that price though.
They're almost $400, man. I mean,
The
this
Pocket?
guy here, he's got the Analog Pocket with 3 wireless controllers for some reason he bought for exterior play. I'm not sure. And then he has all the attachments to play whatever else. It's cool, but the price point, I mean, I get the idea. I like the idea, but the price point kind of like, for me, doesn't make sense.
So which Analog Pocket was it? Because I know mine didn't cost that much. Mine was like $200, but they did have other editions that they came out with. Like they did one that was all metal.
Yeah, they're all different colors. Like this one was like a transparent amber color. Another one looked like it was white, but it had like a Legend of Zelda. What was it called? Ocarina of Time. What was the name of that game? Something
Ocarina of Time.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. So it had like a weird gold emblem, and they stamped that on the front of that fucking Game Boy. I can't even think what the hell it is. Analog Pocket.
Well, he probably did that because Analog is not. They don't do that. They don't stamp anything on it, so he probably did it. I will say, if you want to see something funny, look up the Analog NT and see what that thing goes for. Because now that has no run, they're not doing them anymore. Those things are over $700. It's crazy.
Yeah, no. Like I said, it's a cool
$1,200.
concept, but even the price of the one coming out, like, is like $350, $400. Like that's I can't.
Well, so the gold one was $300. The regular black one or white one is $250.
300,
still,
1,100,
No.
1,000. This one's $580, but it's obviously been played quite a bit. 1,400, 2,300, 1,400. Jeez, we're criming Nittany, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm good on all of that. Cool. Great idea. Love the concept, but yeah, no, I wouldn't pay that for anything like that. I'll fucking buy an old school TV and just hook up my systems.
Yeah, but you're not like super into video games either.
Well, I think I'm into enough that I would buy an old TV and hook it up to play them. Like, I feel like that would be the more nostalgia. Like, okay, I could put them on a big screen TV, but if I put them on a fucking small TV, you get that full feeling.
The one where you have to go like this the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah, sit this far from it.
Wonder why all the kids,
because it's getting old. Yeah.
Wonder why we all have bad eyesight now? Because we were like, I can't see the damn thing.
Get away from the TV.
It's gonna ruin your eyes. No, it's not.
I mean, I assume you all heard that from your parents when you were kids too.
Oh yeah.
Get away from the TV.
I mean, I've told the story on here. Well, maybe it was on Drinks and Toys, but when I was a kid, I'd be like 2 years old. My mom would wake up in like 2, 3 in the morning. She'd hear noise in the living room. She'd come out and she'd find me sitting like this far from the TV watching Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
All the time. Like I ran through like 5 VHSs in a year. Just fucking destroyed them. My eyes are fine. I don't wear no fucking glasses. So,
I mean, isn't that wrong? Like, aren't you actually supposed to wear glasses?
No, I have 20/20 vision. My eyes got stronger. My eyes healed.
Mine did not.
That magic LASIK.
But
no, not magic LASIK. My eyes got stronger. It's a muscle.
My right arm's getting better. So we got that going for us.
No, what it was is that back in high school, I had glasses, but I had a astigmatism. And that's because your eye, like your pupil in the back, cornea, whatever, is like shaped like a football. Well, over time, it rounded back out basically. Like my astigmatism went away. Like the muscles, like I guess, got stronger and whatever. But yeah, I have 20/20 vision now. Fuck yeah. Only thing going good for me. So
I watched a movie last night, off subject, since we
it's collectors, it's on subject. So
we have no subject, yeah.
Last night, so Corinne and I were trying to find something to watch, and right now, it's like all those holiday movies, and I was gonna save this for next week. But it was the entertainment value we thought was going to be there just by the trailer. So I'll give them this. They did their due diligence with the trailer to make you want to watch the movie. The movie's called Christmas, Bloody Christmas.
It sounds familiar, actually.
It's about a animatronic Santa Claus that malfunctions. There's a recall on it. And I almost feel like I should let you guys watch this movie so we can talk about it, because there are so many scenes that they absolutely ripped from other movies to keep this moving along. And it's
right.
Essentially, and listen, I'm not ruining anything by telling you what happens, I promise you. So this girl owns a record store, and that's kind of how it starts out. And the guy the guy that works for her, they're hanging out, and it's Christmas Eve, and they're like, "Oh, what are we going to do tonight?" Well, what are you going to do tonight? And of course, it's just going to turn into like, we're just going to get high and drink whiskey. That's their thing. They're like, "Oh, let's go see so and so and so and so," because they work a couple doors down at that toy store. They told us to come down and see them before we go home. So it's like small town, right? Like not everybody like knows each other, kind of shit. So
like the town in Gremlins.
Yes, maybe even smaller. So they walk down to the toy store. And they're kind of partying with the other two people. And the Santa Claus, when you first go into the toy store, he's right there. And it's small, like the toy store from Child's Play. Like that's how it looks small. So they're two people in the toy store. They're doing their thing. And the girl at the record store and the other guy, they leave. And they're kind of walking home drunk. Well, the Santa Claus comes to life, obviously, or goes haywire. And starts walking around the toy store. Well, while he's walking around the toy store, the other two obviously start fucking. I mean, it is what it is. One of those movies. So, and the girl had a big ass on her. That's all I'm saying. So they spared no expense. So he's doing his thing with her, and the Santa Claus comes up as she's getting railed by this dude from behind and takes the axe and splits the guy in half. Not just sticking out of his back, splits him down like the middle. And then, of course, she's running away, and you know how that works, right? He's going to chase after her, and he finally kills her.
And she'll trip over nothing, and yeah.
Right. Well, no one else probably tripped over that ass, but so, and then the Santa Claus, like, sees that they went a certain direction. He follows, the other two home. They're the main people. But long story short, so a lot of good kill scenes. Like, Corinne was even like kind of surprised how well they did, even though they're a little over the top. It was the right kind of gory. It made sense for the movie. But here's the part that got me. So, like, they did a great job with some little foreshadowing here and there. Like, and you'd have to watch it to know it. I'm not going to go through all of them. We'll be here all night. But they did a good job with some of the foreshadowing. So whoever directed this, and I know it was very private, B-rated probably kind of thing. The guy actually, whoever it is, guy or girl, actually has promise. And I could see them directing something else. It actually the story went pretty well. And for being a lower budget, I wasn't like disappointed. The only part that started getting annoying was you could tell at the end of the movie that he took a lot of cues from Terminator.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
what,
this
did
thing,
Santa Claus start like helping them and trying to save them and fight somebody
no,
else?
he doesn't get a weird accent and automatically be buffed and try to help Edward Furlong. So she escapes back to the record store, right? After having an encounter with him and they're trying to shoot him and he can't die. It's like Terminator type stuff. So
he's a robot, yeah.
So it's following her around the record store, trying to kill her or whatever. And she doesn't have any weapons in the record store except she has like a sword because she had like this knight in shining armor guy standing there.
But she looks like she's trying to steal two hams, right?
But
she looks like she's trying to steal two hams.
Sure.
In her ass, big ass hams. No.
Oh, okay, no. So she takes the sword and she's hiding and she like shoves it into the Santa Claus and you think it's the end of the movie. You're like, okay, she killed him. Because they made it so dramatic, like how much he was dying, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, not dead, coming back to life. And it's that Terminator property. Remember in Terminator 2 Judgment Day when the T-1000 takes the shaft and he puts it through Arnold's back and Arnold can't do anything. His eyes shut down. He's dead, essentially.
I was about to say we were watching a different Terminator movie if you saw Arnold get in the shaft.
He got shot.
Damn it, man.
You know what I'm talking about. So, well, all of a sudden, it comes back to life and it's trying to pull the sword out of its chest, right?
Okay.
So, Terminator reference number 1. So then, Terminator reference number 2. It like has an issue with one of its legs because she somehow kicks a bookshelf on it and that's what hurts it after it's been run over by a car and shot with 14 shotguns. And she's trying to get away. And of course she can't get up because I'm so hurt and distraught. Meanwhile, she's fine. And she's running away from this thing. And it's doing the Terminator thing where it like puts the arm out and like pulls itself up like over and over. Remember Terminator 1 where she goes to the smashing machine? What an idiot. Where she's trying to get, she like slides through the machine and the Terminator's trying to come behind her and she hits the button and it crushes him. Okay. So that same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that happened right after the freaking sword through the chest. And then she turns around and after chasing her, it somehow like stands up and now its face is like gone because it like caught fire or something. And it has these two eyes that it looks like a Terminator, just these two green eyes, and it starts lasering like through the freaking, like doesn't cut anything through anything. It's just that it can see. And it's like lasering through the shop trying to find her, like see where she is.
Oh, kind of like
and
X-ray
then,
through like all the shelves and shit.
Yeah. So then she's sitting on the fucking counter, and it's of course right. So apparently she's majorly strong. So she's got the electrical thing behind her, the electrical cable on the wall, like the piping or whatever, the conduit.
Something behind you.
It's Raven, and it's trying to get to her. And she freaking, do you remember the movie Deep Blue Sea?
Yep. They
hate saved me.
Bro, it was the same, I think it was that movie, where she pulls the electrical pipe from the wall and shoves the electricity into its chest. So now it gets electrocuted and explodes.
I don't remember that in Deep Blue Sea.
I think it was Deep Blue Sea. Isn't that the one where it like shoves it into the mouth of something and electrocutes it?
No, like Jaws. I think Jaws too. He bites electrical wire and dies.
He does, but this was the wire. No, it was definitely Deep Blue because the lady does it. That's what it is. She's standing on top of the desk and she puts her jacket down on the desk. She stands on top of it, and then she electrocutes the water. That's exactly the same thing. Same thing happened here. So I'm like, whoever this guy was watched a whole bunch of Terminator, and then took from Deep Blue Sea, and just
How
said,
old was this movie?
2022. It's not old.
Oh shit! Like, I feel like it's one of those ones that like scrolling through the different apps looking for a movie. Like I've seen it and I've read like the synopsis. I'm like, yeah, I'll pass on that.
It's dude, it's not bad. I didn't
Right,
I
so-
did not enjoy it. I just think
I
it
guess
went
the-
on for too long.
He's not wrong. As soon as he's like, it's Christmas, bloody Christmas, John's like, I hate this fucking movie. So Tony, I guess what I have a problem with when it comes to like a lot of these horror movies that you find randomly on streaming apps, it's like I start watching them, but it looks like the same quality of like a high school project that kids made for like in a week for school. Like the filming looks horrible. It looks like shit. Is it like that kind of filming, or is it like
No.
just okay? I'll check
Yeah,
it
it was
out.
actually that's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird how well they did with I'm sure what little they had for a budget.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I wasn't disappointed. The acting was all good. It wasn't the only bad acting in the entire thing was a big 15 seconds maybe that the girl who owns the record store, her sister and brother live in the same house with her, and the brother or the brother-in-law, whatever he's supposed to be, had just the worst acting in the entire world. He didn't even fit the bill. Nothing made sense there. Like when you see them, like you see does the girl supposed to be the sister?
Mhm.
Like she's like this hot little thing, and then they show the guy, and he's like, he looks like one of the gay guys from was it Modern Family, the big fat guy?
Oh, the one who was actually straight. Yeah,
Yeah, he's hilarious though. But
he is.
makes no sense. You're watching this, you're like, how the hell that doesn't they don't go together? How did that work out? Made no sense. It's like, well, we need somebody. You, the guy who got us donuts. Come on, you're in it. Like you're gonna play the brother.
So basically, what happened with Jason as a child in the first movie?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, we need a kid, and they're like, oh, you're here with your mom on set. Let's throw you in and make you Jason.
Yes.
And now he runs around saying that he's the first Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Asshole. Artie, whatever the fuck, Ari Lehman or something.
REO Speedwagon.
All right, so I'll check it out. I'll have to hunt that one down. But somebody in the chat, and I believe it was Tim. Did anybody see the Supergirl trailer?
No.
I didn't see the trailer. I saw a picture. I didn't know they released a trailer.
Yeah. I don't keep up with anything in the DC universe when it comes to movies and shit because they've had a very, from what I've seen, a very bad run. So I've just stopped even paying attention to that shit.
When was the trailer released?
I would assume today, if he just mentioned it.
I saw like a image. I didn't click on it, but I saw like imagery for her. I don't like her outfit. I don't know what they're going for there.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the character. I just know she's Supergirl, and
Well, she's
I
not.
don't know.
Like Supergirl has in all the adaptations I've ever seen, she wears like a skirt and like the rest of the like Supergirl, Superman, whatever looking outfit. And in this one, she's got like more scandalous than like Wonder Woman bottoms on. It's like I don't know why.
I mean, she doesn't always have a skirt. She had a skirt for the one in the 80s, but she doesn't always have a skirt. The original Supergirl like depiction had a skirt, but it's not always like that.
I've never seen her in anything but a skirt.
I'd never looked her up to know. Like the picture that you painted, like Superman outfit, and then has a skirt on. That's where I picture when I think of like what would be Supergirl. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Woman with a skirt. Like, okay.
He's right. Jason Momoa is Lobo, dude. Jason Momoa is gonna do that character so much justice. I think Lobo is gonna be sick.
Is this now a different universe?
You what?
Is it now a different universe than what they were building with Momoa as Aquaman?
Well, it would have to be because Momoa, Lobo is like a. From what I remember about him, he was like basically like he was supposed to be able to beat up Superman. Like,
I don't know. I just
Lobo's strength.
I'm just curious if, like, you know how like you have the MCU, right? I'm just curious if whatever universe she's in with Lobo, if that's completely different than what they were building. Was it the Snyderverse?
Yes, it is. It's completely different. The Snyderverse is gone.
Okay.
Although, allegedly, if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, they are going to restart the Snyderverse.
I thought they did buy it.
So they did, but the sale, remember, something like this takes like 6 months to go through, and Paramount is attempting a hostile takeover by skipping the CEO and going directly to the board, and offering way more money. So Netflix is offering $72.8 billion, and Paramount is now offering $108 billion directly to the shareholders. And so the shareholders could technically just say, no, we're going to go with the higher price.
You know what, Tony? Just take the Drinks and Toys universe and just put it as credit, and let's buy it ourselves. That's nothing. Yeah, we can do that. No, I thought they had already done it. Okay.
Well, because Warner Brothers announced it and Netflix announced it, but again, it takes 6 months. They have to go through a bunch of governmental approval. There's a bunch of things that have to be done, and Paramount was unhappy with that because they were trying to buy them, and they're trying a hostile takeover. So we'll see.
So I don't want to keep changing subjects, but I feel like if I don't spit this shit out, I'll forget it. So I don't know if anybody saw, but they announced another, I don't want to see it, I have no desire, but another Mutant Mayhem film coming out next year. Another live action Turtles coming out next year, but they have pushed back the Ronin.
Well, they've canceled the Ronin.
There you go. Even worse.
Ronin is canceled. They're not going to do it. And I didn't see anything about them having a live action next year. They just announced that they're going to start working on it. So I think the live action TMNT is 2 or 3 years away.
God damn it. I'll be right back.
We'll be right here.
But yeah, the Mutant Mayhem one, they already said that as soon as the first one came out, they're like, we're going to have a sequel to this in the theaters. And then they put out the cartoon, which lasted for a little while, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Mutant Mayhem thing. I watched it once, and I mean literally once, and I didn't care to see it again. It's just nothing. It didn't do anything for me. I mean, it wasn't the animation. It was more the fact that, like, it didn't even feel like they were 14. It felt like they were 9. And I just couldn't get past it. So I said to hell with it. Now, I don't know why they're not going to make The Last Ronin. People were losing their minds when it got announced. And then there's all those fan shorts that are so good. And it could be such a huge franchise to take off with even more than it is right now. And it's kind of a bummer that they just said, no, we're not going to do that.
Well, I mean, I think it's because they're trying to find footing with the Turtles again, right? So, like, you're a Turtle fan. You didn't like the last one. A lot of people did like the last one, but a lot of people didn't like it. So they're trying to find a way to get back to what people want. And I think that they're concerned about having a Last Ronin movie. People our age are going to go see it. People that grew up with the Ninja Turtles are going to see it. You're not going to take your kids to that. And you're not going to buy toys for that. And it's like, for them, it doesn't make sense to take that risk. And I think that's really what it comes down to, right? It's like, it doesn't make financial sense for them to take a risk on a movie that's going to alienate the main age group for a Ninja Turtles movie.
See, I
don't know if I agree with that.
Listen, don't shake your head. So the only reason I would disagree is because you have to take The Last Ronin for what it is. You're not pitching Ninja Turtles, right? So you're pitching an entirely different story for your older fan base that is still very much active with it.
Yeah.
So there's older, there's younger. There's just like oh hell, I'm trying to think. Mostly with toys though, not so much with animations. But like they make Transformers toys. They make children's like children, little kids geared for those. And then they make ones that are geared for the older collector. I kind of think I'm trying not to oversimplify it, but I guess the only way I can do it, with The Last Ronin, that's a very serious, dramatic storyline,
which would cost a lot of money to make,
but maybe not so much as we think anymore with all the CGI and shit we have. The AI, I mean, the way that some of the AI quality video is coming out looks incredible. If they could fine tune it enough for filmmaking.
Except that there's something.
Yeah, but then people will be pissed. People will be against that instantly. Like, oh, it's AI. Oh, don't support that. It's not real art. Like,
plus it's against the SAG contract, right? Like they're not allowed to use AI for doing stuff like that.
I mean, I guess I've never read a SAG contract. But
well, no. When they went on strike, when all the actors went on strike, like a year or so ago, right? Like when there was a strike in Hollywood, that was what they were fighting for, was to make sure that they were not allowed to use AI for purposes like that. So, like, I don't know.
I'm with you. I'll take your word. I didn't read up on that shit because I just saw a bunch of rich people crying. So I just didn't give a shit. But if that's what it was about, that's what it was about. But I think to not do Ronin, and because like they want more for the fan base they're geared towards because it's Turtles. Turtles is only a thing because of the now late 30s, early 40-year-olds, right? Turtles is still here because of us. So they should actually continue with it, because if I had kids, I'd go take them to see Last Ronin. Like, why not?
My daughter loves Ninja Turtles. I would not take her to see The Last Ronin.
Congratulations. That's you. I would absolutely take a kid to see it. Just like parents took kids to go see Deadpool. Like some people, you know what your kids were, what they can do, what you want. As an adult, you can make that decision. But there's no reason to be like, oh, well, we want it towards the fans are the ones that are old enough to appreciate this, that they made the original comic for, are the ones who've kept this franchise alive for 30 plus years.
Yeah. I mean, I understand everything you're saying. I get why you're saying it. Parents are not going to take their kids to an R-rated Ninja Turtle movie. It's not going to happen. Same reason they don't make Batman movie R-rated, right? Like, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
I mean,
Tony, would you?
You can disagree all you
see Ronin.
You're talking about me though.
No. But would you? John said no. Adults won't do it. Would you do it? You're an adult. Would you take your kid?
So Damien and I,
not just adults, but
so Damien and I had a conversation about it because he's 11, and we had a conversation when we first heard about it, and he said I would want to go see that. Now,
but your son's almost a teenager.
Well, he's 11, but sure, yeah, I guess. I mean, look, he's seen worse on the internet that I've not been able to keep him from seeing.
Yeah.
And he has watched the short film with me. And he has not read it, but he's seen some of the comics. He understands what happens.
Yeah.
And he gets it. I think if it's rated R, the reason the movie would be rated R is for the graphic content.
Yes.
There's not going to be breasts,
No.
There's going to be some cursing and there's going to be some graphic content.
If anything, it'll be for dismemberment. Blood of humans, right? Because the reason why they didn't make Predator Badlands are because there's no humans in it, so you never see human blood, you never see a human die. You only see predators, and you see robots die, right? So you would have to assume if they made it R, it would be because of either language or the real fact that there's going to be actual human casualties, not using like foot soldiers or whatever I remember what they call them in the book. They're not robots, right? They're gonna be actual like real assassins and shit that he's fighting and killing.
Yeah,
that would be the only reason for it to be R.
Tim, you got to remember your demographic. Two different things.
Well, you also have to remember, like, my dad took me to see rated R movies. It was a different time period.
Well,
right? Like,
those
and
rated R
also,
movies weren't today's rated R movies.
yeah, and also like this argument doesn't even need to be an argument, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the studio is not going to do it because it's going to cost them money, and we could say no, it won't. Yes, they will, but look what happened when they made the first Ninja Turtle movie, and you didn't see blood, you didn't see dismemberment, and still parents around the world were like, whoa, what the hell are you doing? To the point where they weren't allowed to use their weapons in the second movie.
Yeah,
we're dealing with people who push so hard that in Europe they weren't even allowed to call them Ninja Turtles, they had to call them Hero Turtles, right? So like the whole reason they're not doing it is because
the Karens.
parents wouldn't take their kids to see it. They would lose money. They'd spend $240 million to make a movie that people our age would go and see and love the hell out of, but they wouldn't make toys on about it, right? Like it's just that's the way of the world.
No, it's not. But okay, sure. Because they wouldn't make toys based on an R-rated movie. I'll show you fucking 45 horror movie R-rated fucking Jason Freddy's on my shelf. I'll show you Ronins. Like they won't make figures of it, but they got them. Fucking Playmates made a last Ronin figure based on the fucking book. Like you're gonna sit here and say that you're wrong. So you're wrong.
I mean, no. I was saying they're not going to make toys and sell them to kids, right? Why did Tim Burton get kicked out of the Batman franchise? Right? Because Batman Returns was too dark and it had a Happy Meal tie-in, and parents went fucking ape shit. McDonald's went ape shit. Everybody went ape shit, and they're like, "Hey Tim, sorry, gotta go." Right? Like you can't just say things and then not quantify those or qualify them either.
Qualify that Playmates made last Ronin figures. So there you go. Playmates would make more last Ronin figures.
and McDonald's made Batman Returns Happy Meal figures, but then everything went to shit because people lost their mind. That's the point.
So has things the book is not for kids. Can we agree to this? Have you read it?
Yes, I agree. It's not for kids.
Yet the kid toy companies made figures for it. Has it gone to shit?
I mean, that depends on who you ask. Paramount,
I guarantee you, has it gone to shit? That's
Paramount. I guarantee you would tell you right now, they canceled the movie because they can't market it to children.
Who?
Paramount.
Okay, again, I'm asking you, psycho, has it gone to shit?
Considering they weren't widely available in all the stores, no, I don't think so.
So it hasn't gone to shit. Perfect, thank you. Like they could do it.
I don't know if the production not happening is for the reason you're thinking. That's all. That would be. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but I don't know if it's for what you're thinking. I don't think it's strictly marketing or toy related for smaller children. Because there's too many other movies, franchises, and things that are out there that have double use. I don't even know the right words or terminology to say.
Like the idea, right? Like what John's saying, people are going to bitch, right? Because they do. We've seen it throughout history of toys, movies, music, whatever. People bitch. But to sit there and think they wouldn't do it because they want it to be family friendly or the kids want, like, Deadpool is in Disney. Like, in the parks, you have Deadpool. Which is a R-rated, extremely bloody, over-the-top sexual commentary, but they are in the parks and parents are having kids take pictures. Like, so my point is that it's already being done with another franchise. Now, granted, Deadpool was made for adults, right? It wasn't garnered towards children.
Yeah.
But they also made a PG-13 version of the movie so younger crowds could watch it. They purposely did that. And kids are all over Deadpool.
So I'm poor, and I don't travel the world like you do. So it's been a very long time since I've been to Disneyland. But at Disneyland, where you have interactions with the Deadpool character, is he dropping F-bombs?
Don't know. I've only seen videos, and the shit he says is not Disney PG or P rated, like, or G rated. Like it's adult commentary. It's maybe not sitting there dropping F-bombs like he does in the movie, but
that's why the movie is rated
still
R.
a character based on somebody who is Deadpool. So if the parents saw the movies, you'd think that they'd be like, oh, well, we don't want our kids to be in there. They let their kids go. Like the kids have seen it. The kids know who it is. The kids, like, the point is is that they're doing it with Deadpool, so I don't see why they couldn't get away with it with Turtles. Granted, it's different. It's different companies, so they have different mindsets. I can get that variable, cool, but I think the people as a whole are much more open to it than you're giving people credit to be. I think you're listening to what in the past has been the very loud, minute side of things, like the ones who wanted to ban Eminem because of his record sales. Like the man sold 90 million records. So those loud ass people who were upset and wanted to protest him and were loud about it didn't win. The same thing with the Turtles. Like when it first happened, they wanted to cancel, the weapons, but Turtles have thrived since then. They haven't gotten rid of they got rid of the weapons in the one movie, but since then, they've kept weapons. The cartoons, they've kept weapons. They kept the violence. They've kept the adult, not commentary, but like the more adult type of situations, especially when it comes to like death and stuff. They've kept all that as it's gone on further. They've gotten more into it. So it's like they haven't won. I think it's just the loud minority that you're thinking about, and I don't think people listen to them as much as they used to.
Yeah, I mean, so here's what Paramount said. Paramount canceled or put on indefinite hold the live-action Last Ronin TMNT movie, pivoting away from adult-focused TMNT in an effort to build a broader, more family-friendly franchise similar to Sonic the Hedgehog so that they can hit wider audience appeal with sequel potentials instead of a darker, standalone, R-rated story that would alienate children and parents of children. The studio wants to maximize the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand with potential spin-offs, prioritizing long-term family-friendly franchise growth over a darker, more violent, R-rated Last Ronin. That's directly
profit.
from Paramount.
Yeah, so
that's like about profit. That's not about anything else.
Yeah, and like Tony said earlier,
a movie, they spent a ton of money to make this movie, and they wouldn't make that money back.
I think they would. I think people would flock to it, and they sit there where they say, "Oh, they'd alienate kids and family." I don't think it would. I really don't. I think the parents who go to it knowing what understand, they know what it is. They're going to take their kids if they feel their kids are ready for it, and they're going to enjoy the hell out of it. So there's people who take kids under 10 to like straight up R-rated horror movies. So you can't sit there and say they won't do it because they will. Not every parent, but there would still be kids going. There would still like Tony said, there's no reason why they couldn't do Ronin and then also do another whatever the fuck the other ones they want to do to go on the less dark route, the more friendly. Like there's no reason they can't do both. And doing both would probably be actually the best for them income-wise.
So do you think that Deadpool is successful because he's ultra violent or because he's funny?
Yes. Both. Because if Deadpool wasn't ultra violent like he is in the movies, he wouldn't have had the draw in the movies. It wouldn't be
So it is both. Like I agree with you. It's both. Yeah. Right? If you were to take either element away, the character wouldn't be as appealing.
Correct.
My point is, after reading the Last Ronin graphic novel, that's not really funny. It's dramatic and dark. There's no humor to be had there. So what is the draw of your film? It's a revenge story that's ultra violent. So what's the draw, right? Like it's not come for the violence, stay for the jokes, right? It's come for the violence, stay for the death.
No, it's come for the violence and stay for the turtles. Like it's still turtles. That's the draw.
It's turtle. It's turtle.
No, we already discussed. They'd have to have flashbacks showing everything. Like the turtles would be in it. Hey, you'd watch them die, and that would be like I think that would
be a 2-hour movie, and each turtle would have at least 30 minutes of their story.
I think that would be the real draw of it. Would be watching the deaths, right? Especially for not for the kids, right? Because not for the children, but for the adults who know it, they want it. Like you want to see that because it's going to hit you hard. Like it's going to be something that gets you in your feelings. It's going to be something that visually seeing it versus just reading it is going to hit differently, right? I think that would actually be one of the main things people want to go for is to watch that so they could have that feeling of holy crap, you know. I just like I said, I feel they would still people would definitely still take their kids. Not everybody. There are definitely people who would be against it, but I don't see why they couldn't do all of it. Just make the Ronin and do the family friendly stuff, and they'd be fine. There's no reason. I think they're just playing safe reality, but I think they'd be good. I still think Ronin should actually be a miniseries, but still, besides the point. Give me like an 8-episode show for Ronin.
I think it's a gamble that would work out.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's a lot more of me and nerds like me who put the money out to go see that shit. Because if you sit there and try and make it like, what was the one that came out recently with Ice Cube and all that? Was it Mutant Mayhem?
Yeah, Mutant Mayhem's the last one.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad, but I don't think I'll ever watch it again. It's got no replay value for me. Like, okay, like it was cool to watch a new Turtle movie, but it just wasn't anything special. And I could see movies like that. Like Tony, you didn't like it, right?
No, I wasn't a fan. And the Michael Bay ones, I watched it because I was like, all right, we finally get a live action turtle movie. And the only thing that made me watch the second one was that they introduced Bebop and Rocksteady, which I was thoroughly happy with them.
They were very good. They were very good.
I was happy with their characters, the way they acted, the way they looked. I had no problem with the two of them. The only part I couldn't stand, the damn motorcycle thing. I don't know why they had to have motorcycles and stupidity like that. I didn't understand that, but I like those two characters and what they did with them, like what they were before and what they were after. It was great.
I thought you were going to say the only thing you didn't like was Sheamus.
No, I dug it. I thought it was cool.
I don't know if he knows what a Sheamus is. But even that movie, like those two movies, they weren't great.
They were terrible.
And I feel like kids, if I remember correctly, when I was at Toys R Us, kids wanted the toys. Like kids liked that movie, right? I can see why kids would like it. But that movie than Mutant Mayhem, I think that's doing more pushing away the older fans because they're focusing more on the children, which for longevity would make sense because you want the kids to be into it and get another 30, 40 years out of it because I'll probably be dead and I won't be supporting it anymore, right?
You won't be dead in 30 years. What kind of shit is that?
Well, I said 40. I said 30 to 40.
Even then, you're not going to be dead.
Hey, 80, man.
I mean, I might be.
I'll be 81
I didn't say you.
40 years.
Damn. So
the numbers don't play in our favor on that one, the averages, but I just think that is killing us off more, which I think they should just find a way to balance them both. And I think doing both those movies would be a great way to fucking balance.
I've seen Mutant Mayhem several times because Evangeline likes it. I think the movie is okay. There are definitely parts of it I dislike. I think that they went overboard for things for no reason. Like there was no reason not to make Baxter Stockman the Fly, right? Like it was there for you. You could have done it. It was set up. So for them to be like, oh, Baxter disappeared and nobody knows, but I'm definitely not Baxter because I was a baby. Like that's dumb. You should have just made it Baxter was the Fly, and that would have there would have been a whole lot more there why Baxter wants to kill everybody because he hates everybody for what they did, right? Like that would have been.
Then he wouldn't be Super Duper Fly because he'd just be a nerd. That'd be weird.
But that's the kind of stuff I thought was stupid too. Like the name, your name is Superfly.
Yeah.
Like I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with like.
I had a great soundtrack though. Man, that Turtle soundtrack was dope.
I didn't like the new. I don't like when they make Splinter not a martial arts expert, right? Like I don't like that. I think it's stupid. In the Michael Bay movies, he learned martial arts at a high level by watching movies, which is you can't do that. And then in this was the same thing. He found a book and he taught himself martial arts at this high level from a book, which is also not going to happen. Like that stuff is so dumb.
Okay,
just make him a martial arts expert. That's it. It's simple. Like,
but the nonsense of what you're saying, like you're right. It's like it doesn't work like that. But then at the same time,
They're also
people
mutants.
don't turn into rats, right? Like it's you're taking things and picking out things like, oh, that doesn't make sense in a franchise
Yeah,
where none of it makes sense when you try and look at it in a realistic light.
because again, like, so there's levels to the suspension of disbelief, in my opinion. Like, fans are willing to believe stuff and just say, okay, we get it, it's not real. But then when people do more dumb things, it's like, okay, we'll justify this. Like, what was the need to do that? Like, why is it that we have to make it so he learned from a book or learned from a movie instead of just saying, hey, before he was turned into a rat, when he was a human, he was a martial arts guy.
Okay,
Simple.
but then do you not like the fact that in the first movie he was a rat who just happened to watch his old master do martial arts? Because then he was a rat who learned martial arts. He wasn't even a mutant rat. He was just a
Yes,
rat.
but he
who
was
apparently
actually
learned martial arts.
trained by a master, not a TV or a book.
He wasn't trained.
He was, because he was doing all the movements
He
when they
wasn't
were
trained.
training and when he was practicing. So it was actual training.
He didn't sit there and spar with each other. Okay, he
I
wasn't
didn't say
kicking
they
at a
sparred, I
rat.
said they trained.
This whole idea is going way too far.
The point is that like you can't suspend belief on certain things, but then the ridiculous things, it's like, oh, that we can suspend belief on, but the things that's like it's
My-
just a weird
my
nitpick.
My biggest beefs with Mutant Mayhem, and I tried to take it for what it was, which is, you have to understand this is a new adaptation of the Turtles, how they came to be and all that good stuff. Nothing is written like the OG. I like that they made homages and jokes to things, but nothing was written as it is the OG adaptation of the movie. Everything was changed. So like, their whole little origin story, I couldn't stand it. Not because it wasn't for the original. I just don't like the direction they went.
So
I didn't like that they were all little animals in a fucking lab. Like, that was stupid to me. And then, go ahead.
no, I'm just curious. Oh, it's a question that I could bring up that we all discussed. Go ahead, finish your thought.
So, and I just don't care for, again, what they did with the characters, like the design on some of them. Like, it did not make
pisses me off.
It did not make aesthetic sense. Like, when you looked at it, it's like I think it was it Rocksteady? He's got this gigantic damn head, but this little ass body. Like, stuff like that made no sense to me. It doesn't make sense physically. Like, that's not even a nitpick. That's how the hell is this guy walking around? It's literally Pearl from SpongeBob walking around in this little tiny body, and it made no sense to me.
That was something that I didn't like about the 2012 cartoon, was Bebop's design. Because he's supposed to be a warthog, but he's like, he's skinny as all hell. Like, that doesn't make sense. He's supposed to be a goddamn warthog. But I understand the guy that he mutated from was skinny, so I was like, all right, he took on his attribute, but he's a goddamn warthog. He's a pig. He should be bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was interesting in that cartoon. I don't know.
No, like I said, it's one of those things. It's just like, it's a warthog. It'd be like Pumbaa from Lion King being skinny. It's just weird.
No, Pumbaa played April.
Wow. Okay, so I guess Tim was right. You just don't like Black April, apparently.
That's not true at all.
You just said she was a fucking pig. But I am curious.
I didn't like how they just made that character a joke. Like, April in Mutant Mayhem was just a joke, throwing up all over everything all the time. Like, I didn't think she added anything to the story, and that's what bothered me.
All that screamed to me was just like bathroom humor, right? For kids. That's all that was. And it definitely, she wasn't treated right. I didn't care about her look or what her story was. Like, every iteration of the Turtles we've had, their origin stories have been different, and April has been completely different through the different versions, right? So her being a teenager and black and all that, did not care.
No.
Cool.
I just don't think she
making
added
her
anything.
just like she was like a joke of it. I was like, all right, no, at least show her respect. Like, every other iteration, she's been very prominent and important to the Turtles. Whereas this one, she was like kind of just a sick joke.
She was the short, fat nerd nobody wanted to talk to, and all of a sudden, she's friends with the Turtles. Where every adaptation we've ever had of the Turtles, she is some form of a little bit older than them. She's not the same age, and she is of some kind of attraction, right? But
the 2012 show, she was the same age.
Yeah, 2012, and I believe
I don't know that she was. I don't throw that out there. I don't know if she's supposed to be. Okay, were they older? Because they give a different portrayal of Casey and her interactions a few times that were a little bit past the teenage years.
So, I don't remember them ever commenting on their actual age, but the way they're written, the way they act, I always picture the 2012s to be like that, 12, 13, 14-year-old realm. Because you have Mikey, who's obviously acts the youngest. And then the other ones, they're all like, each one goes like a little older, but they have like, they seem to be like, the way they act reminds me of like that age range. Whereas when you get to like the original movie, they're like late teens, maybe early 20s, adolescent, not fully developed.
For which movie?
The original live action.
Oh, I would have said they were a lot older in the original adaptation.
The one that I say that they seemed like they were a lot older would have been more the Bay Turtles. I felt like were older, like a bunch of like 30-year-olds who were stuck in their like teen mindset.
I would have put them in their late 20s.
Which one's the Bay Turtles?
The Bay Turtles.
Okay, yeah, but like the guy who's like late 20s, early 30s, but still thinks he's in middle school.
Yeah, they wear white high tops and drive IROC Camaros, Affliction shirts.
So, according to the information I can find, at the beginning of the 2012 Ninja Turtle show, the Turtles were 15, and they end the show at 20 because of the time jumps and everything that's going on.
Oh, okay, maybe.
April started the show at 16 and ended the show
that they were even younger. Yeah.
And ended the show at 21.
So there's an episode, and I've seen them all, but there's an episode. Do you remember where they first encounter those worms? Like the big white worms? What was it?
The dimension worms?
Yes. So there's a spot where they're spying on everybody, and it's April and Casey, and I don't know if Donnie's standing there or not, but it's April and Casey. And one of the worms like grazes April's butt. But they do it in a way where it's like, okay, that was a little, you didn't need to go that far.
Right.
And it like grazes April's butt, and she turns, she's like, Casey, not now. Which leads you to believe that wasn't a, like,
yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Like she would have reacted differently. So that's why I said I didn't think they were that young. I got the impression they were being supposed to be portrayed as a little bit older.
Yeah, I mean, like when I'm thinking about it, like I'm picturing mainly the ones I'm picturing is April, right? The way she's drawn, she looks really young. But then Mikey,
yeah, I'm not taking
Mikey acts, and the dumbfounded smiles and the real innocence of him reminds me real young. Like I would not say 50. I would have put Mikey at like a 12-year-old. And then maybe Leo, Raph probably at like the 15 mark, the older brother. Leo maybe around the 14, and Donnie right around there too. But like Mikey definitely like the young one. And April I would have put around the same. I would have never, the way, like I said, just the way they act and the way they're portrayed, I would have never put them at like 15, 16. And especially ending at 21 because they never drew them to look older. Like especially April. Like, they always look the same because it's a cartoon. Like the Bart always looks the same, right? So like I never at any point I feel, oh, they're showing age progression amongst them. It's just always been like,
well, so the art was not changed, but again, like I looked it up online and they said that the information came from the book that they did. No, the book that they did. The guy who created the show did a book when the show ended that like explained things and had art and stuff in it. And apparently in that book it says that the Turtles were all the same age. They were 15 at the start of the show. And that the show went for a span of 5 years And that's how it was set out.
Like I don't remember, like I can't remember them talking about school for like April to know if she was in high school or not.
She was in high school. There were episodes at her high school.
Okay, so I guess that makes sense then. But even then,
remember the principal that kept like showing up, and then she found out after a couple of episodes the principal was actually an android, and the principal's like arms folded back and missiles were shooting out of the elbows.
Okay. I mean, still, I remember the episode. I remember being at a high school. That could have been at a middle school for all I know. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't recall the high school. But if that's what it is what it is. But then I think back also to when I was in high school and I was like 15, 16. That's not how we act. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, the way they portrayed, the way they are, the voice acting was, like, it just didn't scream mid to late teens at all. It screamed, to me, much younger. Preteen and young teen. But so my question, though, that brings up all this, like I said before, every turtle story, every iteration of Turtles, they've all had different origin stories. There's been no consistency amongst them, except for the most common one, I guess, would be that they were turtles who turned humanoid. Versus like Splinter goes back and forth from being a rat who turns humanoid, from a human who turns into a rat. What is your guys' favorite origin story of the Turtles?
I'm gonna go with the 1990 film, and I just like the idea that it's just a very plausible thing. It's more than likely what could have happened, which is Splinter's running around in the sewer. All of a sudden, some turtles show up in the sewer. Very possible, and then.
That's the 87 cartoon show, though, isn't it? Or
no, the 87 cartoon. Well, okay, so
Splinter's in the sewer, not his human form.
Right. So in the 90 movie, Splinter's just the rat.
A rat, yeah, okay.
But in the original 87, he's a person who came from Japan. He's living in the sewer, and he was friends with rats. And then these turtles, the kid trips, fucking idiot, and he falls, and the glass bowl breaks, and the turtles go into the sewer.
And they're all those silver dollar turtles too, like those. Ones you get at the pet store, yeah.
But I like that. I like in the 90 movie where Splinter is down, because it kind of matches the comic book more. So like he's down in the sewer, just has to be running around, and the four turtles show up. Again, I just feel like that's something very plausible that could have happened. And then the ooze is the ooze. That's the only thing I don't understand. How did the ooze canister end up in the sewer?
Well, because it fell.
But how did it end up in the sewer? Because
off a truck, and it fell and it rolled into the
gutter.
Where'd you get that from?
Because Pennywise wasn't there trying to collect kids, so it just fell down.
That was terrible. They can't all be winners, Chris.
I mean, hey, you didn't understand how it fucking got in the sewer, so. What about you, John? What's your favorite?
I mean, I like Hamato Yoshi turning into a rat.
Hamato Yoshi.
Like it doesn't make a lot of sense for everything else, because why didn't he turn into a turtle when he was the one when he
currently touching turtles?
Yes, like the turtles turn human because they're being touched by him, but he doesn't turn into a turtle. Like that's the part of it that doesn't make sense.
If I remember correctly, they said it was based on what you had the most interaction with.
Well, he said the thing that he had been most recently with was the rats,
because he's been living with the rats.
True, because the thing he was most recently with when he touched the mutagen were the turtles.
Well, I don't remember being most recent. I thought it was most.
I thought he said having spent the most time with the rats and not being recently.
Right, he's been with them more because he's been living with the rats. That's what I always thought it was. Because he'd been living with the rats, and so he'd been with them for possibly years or however long he'd been living in the sewers with the rats, that he has more of their, I guess, DNA or whatever the hell would cause them to have that mutation.
TNA.
See, my favorite, and I think it's because it's just so different from, I think, all the other ones, was the IDW comics. No? Nobody familiar?
I didn't read them.
sons of bitch. Tony, you
Yeah,
read
Sorry,
it,
I'm
right?
having complications with Damien.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
He needs
I
to
don't
go to
have
bed.
tons
It's
of
10 o'clock.
disposable money to buy comics, unfortunately.
Oh, shut the fuck up! You could download them for free and read them. Eat a dick.
Where's that? Where's that?
There was an app for comics. I used to download them all the time.
There's plenty of ways. If you type in whatever the comic name is plus some code on Google, it brings up the fucking PDF file. You can read any comic you want for free. Like, come on. So, and plus there's libraries where I get the fucking movies for free. You can get fucking comics,
Wow.
and they have fucking
That's
the big graphic novels by now. But no, so the origin story there wasn't that they mutated from this or that, or their souls were together previously. So like the turtles were Splinter's kids in a previous life back in rural Japan or wherever the hell. And then Shredder kills the turtles and Splinter's wife. I believe even Splinter. And then like they're reincarnated and they come back in the form. And I forgot how they turned into turtles, but like their souls enter those bodies. So that's why they have the father and son dynamic, because they are father and son from a previous life. And that's why they have this connection to Shredder, because he's the one who killed him in the previous life as well. The turtles don't know it, but Splinter remembers everything. He tells them throughout the series the story of Shredder and what happened.
That's a terrible story.
Okay, great. It's not, but hey. It's completely different from all the other iterations, and I think that's why I like it, because
that was your number one?
That's my favorite.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what? Fuck you.
That one doesn't do anything for me. I don't understand the.
Sounds like you didn't read them.
Sounds like it's too far fetched.
It's far fetched. Soul transfers too far fetched.
Yeah, I mean, mutations in a sewer.
The same stuff that caused Daredevil to go blind is what fucking turned them into humans. Yeah, that's all believable though.
Yeah, because that's what caused him to go blind.
I mean, supposedly.
You having a stroke, Psycho?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Your mouth hasn't moved in like a good 2 minutes.
No, I'm trying to watch to see exactly how they explain him turning into a rat and the turtles turning into people.
It's in the first like 6 minutes of the first episode.
Yeah.
I swear that's what it was. Is what they were more commonly with. But hey, what do I know? Or what does Shellhead Tony know? He's just Shellhead Tony. He didn't earn that name. We just bestowed it upon him. That's
what he says as having mostly been with the rats.
Okay, so it said whoever touched it, it caused them to take on the form of whatever animal they were most recently in contact with. That's the exact wording of it in 87's show. So the animal he was most recently in contact with was the turtles with the mutagen. So he should have turned into a turtle.
Well, he was holding a rag. So now what's your excuse?
He picked the turtle up and then wiped it off with the rag, but the turtle was still in his hand. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. I mean, if you're watching it, that's what you're seeing. But I distinctly remember him saying it was most commonly with.
I mean, all I can say is go watch it, because I just went and turned it on to see what I could find, and that's what it says.
I really don't care enough to go watch it, to be honest. So I'll just take your word for it, because Psycho's always right.
I mean, it's not me. I'm watching the damn thing.
God.
Yeah, whatever you say. Well, I think we're going to wind it down now.
You think?
Or not. No, we can keep going now. So, Tony, you got anything you want to plug for next week?
No, I think this is good. I really enjoyed Tuesday. I'm looking forward to next Tuesday. Are we going to Did we come up with something, or was that the week after? Did we
For-
did we discuss doing a joint one on the 23rd?
Yeah, we're discussing what we're going to be doing for Christmas week. We hadn't made like any official plans yet, but it was one of the
Okay,
ideas.
so next week is just next week.
That's what next week is. Yeah, that's
Okay, so then why not the 23rd? I mean, we could go a little cliche and talk about. It doesn't even have to be the favorite, but some of your favorite Christmas films, movies, cartoons, whatever they are, even Christmas specials, and then to tie it in with toys, ones that you wish they made toys of, or ones that you like that they made toys of.
okay. I'm down.
No, I'll just fucking handle that.
I mean, I got Gremlin toys already, so
Yeah, and then so yeah, I'm excited for next Tuesday. Definitely want to get back into. We've had two very good, I think, drinks and toys. The last one was great. I think I could have kept going. I think the one before that could have kept going. We'll start digging into. Excuse me. Start digging into a topic, but there's a lot of shit dropping, getting mailed out. I got a lot of pre-orders that hit, so I got plenty to talk about. I'm gonna bring up the mask toys again because those are dropping and everybody's giving great reviews about them. And then Blockies, there's some more stuff coming out with Blockies. We already hashed the Bruticus thing till it was dead. And then there's also they just released an upgrade kit for the I'm so bad with the series. What are we in the Age of Primes right now?
Yes.
I know.
The Age of Primes Devastator. So they released I'm sorry, not for Age of Primes. They released an upgrade kit, I'm sorry, for the Jim Bao Devastator, which will fit your even your generic Jim Bao, because they have Jim Bao, actual Jim Bao Devastator, and then they have a little bit of a knockoff Jim Bao that Chris and I used to get all the time. And it's the same mold, it's the same toy, it's just not painted the same with the same detail. And the upgrade kit will fit that. And it ends up making Devastator like 23 inches or 25 inches, something like that tall. So yeah, so he scales a lot better. He's already 18 inches tall. So you make him 23 inches. They put nice pads on the feet, so the articulation in the feet stay where it's supposed to be. They don't just fall over or anything like that. And then it gives rigidity to his waist and his legs, which make for a very, I think, for a much better toy. He was already really cool looking. He just didn't like to stand too much.
Yeah, we always had to lean him.
Yeah, so this gives him some like stability.
So I
you
guess
can't
the
expect
question
much from a toy that's like pieced together from vehicles.
Yeah.
So I guess the question to ask you would be did you find those two trains you're missing?
Fucking dick.
So next week,
So next week on Collectors, we are doing a double feature for Collectors Hideout watches. Right? So we're
Okay.
gonna watch. You know me so well. So next week we're gonna be watching Jingle All the Way.
yeah, sorry.
The extended cut or the regular?
The fact that there's an extended cut boggles my mind.
The Turbo Man doll.
And then we're also gonna watch Krampus.
Ooh.
So Psycho doesn't like horror movies, so he already hates that. But you should be able to watch it for free, so you don't have to pay for it like you had to do for Trick or Treat.
Luckily, I found Trick or Treat on HBO Max, so
Oh,
I
see,
didn't
there
have to
you
pay
go.
for it.
So Jingle All the Way, Krampus. And I'm only doing a double feature because I don't feel confident that we can get a full episode out of Jingle All the Way for some reason. I just don't feel like it's going to be an hour-worthy conversation. So
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger dressed up as a gay Power Ranger, and Sinbad is in it. How do we not get an hour out of that?
I don't have faith. I don't have faith in it. So if we have to go over our normal hour, we go to an hour and a half to get it cover both. We will, but I just don't have a lot of faith. And I think that has to do with a lot of Mario Brothers. I think we got like a solid like 35 minutes out of Mario Brothers, and kind of like, all right, we kind of said all we could say about this shit. Let's move on to let's do better Predator Badlands. Why not?
So are either of you? I mean, no, I'm not going to ask that. I do have something I'm going to want to talk about Tuesday, probably, because
Okay.
that new like limited edition box set of the original Ninja Turtle movies is coming out Tuesday. It's a special like 4K restoration that they did in this really cool collector's set.
Oh.
It originally was over $100, but now on Amazon it's $50 for the first 3 movies. It's got like all this awesome art and shit. Like if you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Because
It's
at $50,
$50.
at $50 you might want to get it.
Man, I'd pay $40 if it didn't come with number 3.
What is it? What's it called? Do you know what it's called?
Hold on, I'm trying to look up the exact name.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4K.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Trilogy 4K.
Oh, it's $70 on Arrow.
Yeah, but through Amazon it's $57.99 right now.
Oh, does it come with records?
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, not that I see.
What, like the soundtrack on records?
It looks like 2 records, man.
Maybe that's why that one you're looking at $70-something.
Oh, I'd buy it with the records, man. I have the original Spin That Wheel. I have that record, the first print. It's the card's not the best, but it's DJ Hectic with it's got Raphael in the front. And then I bought that Secret of the Ooze one that Big Bad Toy Store sold a while back, where it was all green. The record.
That's cool. I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't open it, but I kind of want to play my DJ Hectic record. But again, first print, I don't want to ruin it either.
Yeah, no. I feel like you just like download the music from it, so you don't have to actually open it up.
I don't see the one you're talking about with records, Tony.
Nostalgia of records. The picture I have, I'll show you real quick, and then I don't want to hold this up just for that. But the picture I pulled up, it has, it looks like a record to the right of it. I'll put a picture right now. See over here?
I see nothing.
This,
That
see it?
looks like a record.
Interesting.
I mean, I couldn't say that was anything else besides a record.
I'll buy it. I mean, if that's what it is, I'll buy that.
There's like not a description that just tells you.
I was scrolling down the bottom, but I didn't see a whole lot. I was like trying to like skim through it. Trilogy 4K.
And what's the
like,
Roy's Pizza Box? Like, what is that supposed to be?
It's not a record, Tony. It's a poster. The Roy's Pizza Box is an art book. And then you have like trading cards and stickers, and then the discs.
But it's a pre-order. It's coming out tomorrow. No,
it's coming out Tuesday.
So, but if you look at this picture that Tony has up, right? You see the stickers of the 4 turtles. You see the trading cards. Right above the trading cards, those look like posters.
They are. But
then
you've got the second and third. This is a poster for the first over here to the right.
But there's 2 things there. On the right, it's
I see what you're talking about.
Tony, if you scroll over, they show a closer of those.
No.
Oh. Because I mean, they definitely look like it would be records.
I don't know. Maybe this is nothing behind this right here. This little line. That might not be anything.
It just looks like a second record.
Yeah.
Just because I mean, the coloring almost looks like it would be like the record for the 3rd movie.
I
gotta get off my ass and buy more like soundtrack records for stuff like that.
Okay, here's what it comes with. 4K restorations of the 3 films. Original lossless stereo. Okay, that doesn't matter.
I just pre-ordered it.
Director's commentary, brand new cast of crew, perfect bound collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film, reversible sleeves featuring original and newly commissioned artwork, and then more because it said they're releasing all the rest of what it comes with on September 26th. But of course, they didn't update the freaking listing with all the new information.
Tuesday, are we doing pickups? Like,
Yeah, we can.
because like I got some shit to show. Like,
Yeah. Let's fucking do it, man. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff that came in. I'll dig it out to show you. But yeah, let's do pickups. I'm cool with that.
Did you see that they're re-releasing the comic that they made for the original 1990 movie? They're releasing it as a 35th anniversary edition.
No.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting it. It's the original comic that Eastman and Laird made. That's essentially them drawing all the events of the original 1990 movie.
No shit.
It's
Who's doing
$18 on Amazon.
Oh, well, hold on. Is it out yet?
I think I have the original comic.
It's not out yet.
What's it called?
Is it out yet? It might be. Yeah, it's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Original Motion Picture Special Edition.
Oh, because they have the Ultimate Collection.
It looks like that.
The original comic.
Yeah, it's the original comic they drew when the movie came out. It's just re-released, but with cleaner stuff.
Oh, they don't give a price for the
I think I have
hardcover.
the original.
They only give a price for the paperback.
What's that?
Look at this paperback. Nobody?
Yeah.
How much is
apparently
the paperback's $18. I don't know about the other.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. So I'm ending this. Thank y'all for coming out.
Yep.
Y'all be happy.
Those watching, stuck around. I know Tim's in the chat. Somebody else is watching. Not sure who. They've been quiet. Probably Joe. Joe likes to hang out. I hope he enjoyed it while he was driving. I hope he didn't, get lost and hit any deer or anything. So, till next week, we'll be back at Drinks and Toys, talking shit about toys. So,
Bobbity boopity.
have a good evening, gents.